Kia ora, it's Wendy here from the Conservation Hub. Thanks Cam and Predator Free 2050 Titai Tokerau for the opportunity to talk through the Conservation Hub, and also a big thanks and gratitude for all you volunteers and groups out there that are doing the hard mahi on the ground. I know what that's like, and it can't be done without you, so thank you for that. This is just another tool that we've got in our kite here that we can use for helping us while we're doing that field-based work, and help to share it with other people, as well as encourage other volunteers to come along as well. So the Conservation Hub is essentially one solution. It's a mobile app and a website administration login that you can use to connect with volunteers for your projects, to record the information that you need to in the field, and to report your results to your stakeholders. The Conservation Hub was born out of my work in conservation when I retired about 15 years ago from the software industry. I said everything I'm going to do from now on has to have a conservation sort of focus. And I got started working in conservation, started using lots of different apps for recording different information like TrackNZ and iNaturalist and eBird and all these sorts of apps to record different aspects of the work that I was doing. And I noticed that a lot of our volunteers were really struggling in terms of switching from app to app and remembering their logins, and then a lot of our groups were struggling in terms of pulling all of that information together. So the Conservation Hub, I spec'd it just based on what I saw was that need on the ground, just to have one place for everything. And my son now runs a few tech businesses, one of which is a philanthropic project that he's working on called One for All Agency, and the Conservation Hub is born out of that, or he's developed it. So great to have family involved in that, and super appreciative of the skills that my son has in this space as well, and his team to build an app for us. So what the app does in a nutshell is it will help you collect all of the information that you want in your way. So we've all got different sort of key metrics that we need to meet for our stakeholders and our funders and our trusts, or somebody's always asking us for information. How many hours have you done? You know, what are those catch rates like? How many weeds have you pulled? Have you seen this? Blah, blah, blah. You know, we've all got all of those different requirements as conservation volunteers to record information. So you can record the information, just what data you need your way. So some examples of that are our on-site safety checklists that you can fill out. We've got a few companies or groups that are using it integrated with their health and safety system, and incident reports as well. So if somebody has a whoopsie out in the field, they can actually record that. Outcome monitoring is a really popular one. We've got a lot of groups that are using it to monitor things like birds, bats, reptiles, etc. Essentially anything that you're wanting to record in that field, we can set that up. Fully customizable once again, so you tell us what you need, and we can work with you to help you create those forms that suit your group. Other things are we all have activities and events. We might go out as a solo trapper, or we might be running a weed event. In both cases, we need to record our participation in that event, collect some hours. We might have brought some bickies along for morning tea, you know, count those in-kind donations so that we're reporting those back to our stakeholders as well, and also record our achievements there as well. So every participant can be loaded in the system if you choose them to, which means that all of their next of kin details and their mobile contact details are automatically available. Other things that we can do are output monitoring, like trapping, bait runs and weed control, record the effort that goes into that. And another significant use that we're seeing is through the Motoronga Māori, or the observations and records from the Māori world perspective, where the app can actually be, because you can customise itself, you can build it in Te if you would like to. So those are just a few examples of the way that the app is being used to record information in the field. Your data is private, so only you can access it and decide how to share it. That's really important to us, and it's important to a lot of the groups that we work with as well. Records can be imported, so they can be taken from another system and put into the Conservation Hub, or conversely, you can actually take them out of the Conservation Hub and share them with other systems if you want to. And what we're looking at is some of the key integrations. One that comes to mind at the moment, or our first focus, is going to be eBird. Because we've got a lot of bird records, particularly around our key species. We're doing a huge project for the Love Bitten project team at the moment, which is helping community members to record the Australasian bitten or matuku hurupo, and put monitoring results as well as ad hoc observations in there, so that we get a real feel for how many of these birds there and are they thriving, what can we do to help them, and we support that from the app point of view. So those key integrations are definitely on the underway in terms of some of those, with eBird being the first one there, but other ones that we'd be looking at are Trap NZ and connecting in with some of the iNaturalist projects there as well. The results, when you've recorded them in your mobile app, can then be, you can log into your website administration and you can look at them in a table, or you can map those results. Some of our maps will help you to analyse the data. So the map on the right-hand side here is some data that's come out of coordinated active listening for bitten monitoring, and it's showing triangulations. So based on the distance and the bearing that that volunteer has entered in, where it will show you where the bird is, and then that just helps you determine individual perhaps number of males booming. So the data can be visualised in these maps. It can also be exported just for further analysis and reporting on your key metrics. We're always asked for how many hours have we done, how many weeds have we pulled, all of this information. So let the app collect that for you so that you can just pass that on when you need to. From an individual point of view, the app is actually free, like completely free. So free for individuals to use with no user limit if you're a group as well. So the subscription is not based on how many people you've got in your group. It's free for groups and their projects to be listed. You can list it as a private project or group, or you can list it in our public directory to help you attract volunteers there as well. It's also free for groups to list and manage group events to try and get more volunteers along to an event as well. So it just means that everybody doesn't need to be on social media or Facebook or WhatsApp or this. You've got a private discussion board and group event management tool in there as well. So that's that one there. So from an individual point of view, like I said, completely free. You can customize your own forms. You can record all the data that you need to. You can edit that data. You can map that data. You can pull data in and send data out and do all of those things as an individual. Where the costs come in is if you're a group and you want to share your forms to be used by your wider team, or you want to share it with some other groups that you might collaborate with as well. So our base pricing starts from just $80 plus GST per month, and it includes the first form, and you can share it with up to 5 groups. It's only $10 per form to add on to that, so that you've got your library of forms there for your whole team to use. The Conservation Hub is just like every other app. It's available on Apple in the App Store, and it's also available for Android users on Google Play. And you can go to our website, theconservationhub.nz, to download or get to those links to download the app, or you go there as well just to access your dashboard and your administration records and edit your data, etc. in there as well. We are here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. In fact, I'm based in Northland most of the time, and quite happy to sort of work through any scenario that you have got where you might need help to just see if it works. All of our groups go on a 60-day free trial before they commit to or start a subscription, and we're only too happy just to help and see what it works out for you. Let us know if you've got any quirky things that you'd like covered, and we'll see if we can cover those as well. So thanks for this time to walk through the Conservation Hub with you. Take care. Ka kite anō.